Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Here we are. It's Wednesday, 1 week from Christmas. Oh, man, it's just sneaking up on us.
Oof, it is.
Here
Really
it comes,
quick.
baby.
I can't.
Six
Like it or
more
not.
days when I go buy all my presents at Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
You've got 6 days of drinking.
got plenty of time. You're going to be doing great. No worries there. Well, we got lots of fun emails to get to here. Catch up on a couple of things that did not happen. And I've got a shot of tequila I get to down as well.
Okay.
That's right.
Get on the birds level.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know if I should do it now or wait till the end.
I would love it in the beginning.
Yeah.
The end. Come on.
Okay.
You want the beginning? Let's get a loose Ralston. What?
Okay.
We drank all the tequila.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think that was going to be a problem. I didn't realize we needed 2 shots.
Sorry, when I go home, I'll do one and I'll do a face.
Please do.
Yeah. And if I make a face, I'll punch myself.
Right in the dick.
Honestly, that does make a great video.
It
You know,
does.
if I hit myself in the dick, maybe I'd finally throw up all these damn Twinkies.
Dude,
I was so bummed I couldn't get them up.
they can't get past my heart area.
They're just stuck.
stuck
in
right
there.
on her heart.
Yeah. I feel like they're just in the middle of my body aging me.
Yes.
I'm afraid to look in the mirror. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I look 70.
And I had such great fun on the show today, but
Yeah.
it was hard for me to have 100% fun because the Twinkies kept just kind of gnawing at
Knock
me.
me down a peg.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything at an A level. Yeah, it just kind of slipped.
Well, you really fought through. You put up a great performance,
Well,
considering you had someone beating you from the inside.
I know some people thought I cheated on that thing. I thought that was awesome. It was down to the wire. Ralston, the best out of Ralston going at it.
He was the
yeah.
only one that could have kept pace with you, and he almost did.
I thought that was a great photo
One
finish.
behind. One behind, yeah.
Yeah.
You lapped me by one whole Twinkie on that.
I loved
today.
it. I love seeing the champion come out.
He did.
Every now and then.
Look, you are a feared. I had my life on the line here.
You did.
If you are
You
ready
went
to
for
go and you're annoyed with, say, a Hulk Hogan character, just out of spite, you'll
Oh,
fuck
man.
me up.
Yeah, need that extra motivation.
Kevin does have a breaking point,
Hulk Hogan is.
and we've found it before.
Right.
It's Hulk Hogan. He hates Hulk.
When Hulk Hogan came that one time, though, Kevin was already ready to snap, and Hulk Hogan just caught him on a bad day.
That was, yeah.
Well,
That was it.
That was the
That was
time
it.
I came in as
That
Hulk.
was it.
I came in as Hulk Hogan with the loaf of bread, stayed out all night, so it was super hard.
Right.
And literally turned into a bread weapon.
You hit him with a stick.
And the stunt went awry.
It cut my face. I remember that I was bleeding.
Kevin saw red.
He had a bread scab for 10 days.
I did. A bread scab.
It's a good look. A lip scab.
Yeah.
No,
Scabs are always hot.
I think it was out his nose.
It was on my nose.
Oh, it's your nose.
Yeah, it was my
Okay.
nose.
Yeah, I felt so bad. It's only funny now because it was years, but I in the moment I felt bad.
Liza from East Tennessee sent this in. She said, I just finished listening to Monday's show, and then Spotify ordered that it would play KVJ Cuts, and it went to the Holiday Hink Pinks from Friday. And Jaybird said, whoever wins this is going to have the best weekend. Virginia won that round of Hink Pinks and then won a $150,000 cash jackpot on Sunday.
I
Crazy.
did. I definitely had the best weekend.
Psychic abilities.
Wow.
See, been working.
It's almost like you threw it out there into the universe. You made it happen for Virginia.
The gift is working. Yes.
Wow.
Who's the witch now?
That's you did have a fucking good weekend.
She did.
Even that fight you got into, it sounds
It's pretty
like
awesome.
You loved
Sounds
it.
she thoroughly enjoyed it. She loves fighting.
Got off on it.
I did.
Yeah.
I needed someone to yell at, and that guy, he really did pose as the perfect bully to yell at.
That is a weird thing to make such a big, the best weekend ever, and then you cash in. With an asterisk 150, 150,000. It's still a cool story, though.
You're right.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Just need to have Jaybird speak over you.
Wow.
And there you go. You'll have a windfall of cash coming your way. It looks like you might need to do that with Britney Spears. And I wondered this. I'm not surprised to see this story. And I don't know how much people are up in her business with her finances. But when you take a look at what she's doing, the home she lives in, and she just went on this elaborate birthday trip to Mexico. And
she's got hangers on.
yes,
She's paying for the entourage.
I am worried about that. And now,
Yeah.
what is she's been like, what, about 5 years, almost half a decade that she's been liberated from having her handlers and people watching her finances and giving her a stipend.
Has it been that long? I feel like it's only been like 2 years.
I don't know.
When
Time
when-
goes by quick, dog.
I know. When did Britney Spears
the
get
conservatorship
over?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I hope it's actually a longer time because they say that she is burning through her cash at a rapid rate and nobody can tell her
It
she's
ended
not
in
listening.
2021.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's only been 3 years.
then that's not good.
It's not good at all.
No.
But you can tell by her videos. Like, she's got a bunch of people all around her, including that Solis guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was bringing his kids. He moved his kids into
Right,
her house.
yeah.
She was paying for everybody.
Look, people can grab your money fast.
Yes, they can.
You've heard me talking extensively about my dad's situation.
How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing great. That's all good. So that's fine. I'm more worried about Britney now. So they said she got $12.5 million for her memoir, but she's about blown through that. And she's not really making any money from music because, that whole thing that she had in Vegas is over. Doesn't look like she's going back. Doesn't appear like she has any desire to really make music or tour.
She will. She will have to. At some point, there'll be a tipping point where the money runs out and she has to do something to keep the lifestyle going.
It'll be interesting. I guess that's maybe what it might take to push her to that.
I think it will.
So they say that people are concerned and she's not listening. So she is kind of headed for the depths of bankruptcy if she doesn't slow her roll. In 3 years.
Does Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, if they did a thing called Britina, and where they did an album together, they joined forces, does that play? Does that do well?
I think it would do well. I think the tour would do great.
If they both did their old
Yeah.
hits and they did a new album together
I think Britina would be amazing.
from that same genre, but aren't
Yeah.
they both Disney kids?
Yeah.
See, it could work.
It could work really good.
Mm-hmm. They've got Britney Spears' net worth. I just checked. It's interesting because I just checked her net worth. At the conservatorship, they had her at $60 million. They have her net worth for this year at $40 million. She is down $20 million.
So she's not broke enough yet to take the stage again because she really doesn't want to perform. She was performing so much in Vegas when they had that conservatorship in place, and she wasn't even allowed to go to the spa. She wasn't allowed to have a coffee. Like, she puts all that in the same category. Performing to her means conservatorship.
Yeah, right.
And so she can't separate the two
yeah.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when the money runs out, she will have to. What you got to be careful about, though, is who's going to be around her putting that deal together and having their fingers in the pudding and taking profits from her, from under her. Everybody around her always has done it. Her mama, her daddy, her manager, her everybody. Everybody's always taken her money. So it's going to be no different if she takes the stage again. Whoever reps her is going to take probably 30%, 40% of her money, if not more.
You say the term fingers in the pudding. Where'd that come from?
Let me show you. Hold my leg.
That's right.
What?
Pudding is a euphemism for...
Oh, whoa, bird.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, I feel so innocent right now. I didn't know. Fingers in the pudding means
Not that innocent.
that means to finger somebody. Does that mean that?
No.
I don't think it does.
No.
But Kevin is fucking with you, and I love that.
Well, it worked.
So Britney was worth $60 million just 3 years ago, $40 million now. At this current rate, she'll be broke in 6 years.
Yeah. So that's when you're going to see her take a stage again. In 5 years, when she realizes, oh, shit, she's going to have a moment. And she's going to have to put together a deal to tour or do music or both. She'll probably prefer to do music over touring.
Mm-hmm.
She'll probably put out new music, and it'll probably be, you know, something on her terms. I think Britina is a great idea.
Some people are pissed that I put Christina's name first. I've started a war. Christina's got the talent between the two.
Britina is not putting Christina first.
Well, it's Britney's name first. Britney goes first.
I think Britney is the one that people want to see more.
You do?
I do.
Do you think that's true, Kev?
Christina's out there singing right now. You can see Christina. Britney's not.
You
and
think-
she hasn't been.
You think more people would go see Britney Spears if they were going head-to-head against each other than Christina Aguilera?
I think right now, just for the novelty of it, because I don't know the last time you could see Britney Spears outside of Vegas.
Exactly.
Gosh,
But you want to talk about true talent, though, and now that's a different discussion. But I hate to say it right now, Britney Spears is like a novelty freak performer. You go for the freak factor.
Yeah. You're like, okay, what is she going to do?
Yeah, that's why you're watching. It's not because you're just waiting to see a train wreck.
Or you're waiting to see an incredible comeback. I think a lot of people cheer for her.
Either way, you want to know what it's going to be.
You want to be there.
Yeah. What is it going to be? There's another interesting story. Talk about losing a lot of money and fast. Daddy Yankee did the Gasolina song, Puerto Rican rapper.
Yeah.
Married for 29 years. But then he and his wife decided to split up. Almost 3 decades together.
Was somebody putting some fingers in the pudding?
I don't know exactly what caused them to split up.
On Urban Dictionary, which, you know, they take everything that used to be wholesome and make it dirty. Fingers in the pudding means the act of fingering the butthole while your partner has diarrhea.
Oh,
There's your pudding. It's chocolate.
that's what you interrupted what you were saying.
So sorry. I felt like it was important.
Yeah.
It was breaking news.
Yes, this just in.
You don't hear that a lot with other shows.
It's rare. It is rare. Yeah, so 30 years, whatever it was, they decide to split up, and then Daddy Yankee checks his bank account and realizes $100 million is gone.
Whoopsie.
Might notice that.
Hit him up style.
Yep. Yeah, and then he was denied access to the financial information about El Cartel Records, which he founded.
Oh, which
Yeah.
she actually is an executive at.
Wow.
She said, gotcha.
I might need that back. Yeah, so that could turn into a uglier fight.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be nasty. But if she is the business brains behind his musical success, she will win in the long run because all the lawyers, all the executives, everybody will side with her. She's got more money. He's just the talent. He's the paid little singer. Go out there and sing, cutie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's going to be.
Objection, Your Honor.
She's going to take his money.
Got it.
He'll probably get fucked.
Hit him up style.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that a song of his?
No, that's a Blue Cantrell
sang
song about taking advantage of a guy financially because he cheated on you.
Ah, I got ya.
Mm-hmm.
Spend all his money.
Can you give us a taste? I don't know if I know that.
You gotta go and hit him up style. I don't know.
What speed was that record on?
Oh my! Totally warbles. Why? Why?
I wasn't ready.
Why did your batteries run out? Holy shit! Still don't know it.
Still don't know it.
Oh fuck!
Other rich people doing stuff. You ever heard the name Steve Wynn?
Yes. The casino out in Vegas. WYNN.
Yep. He's a Palm Beacher. I don't know why he would come this far east, but he is. He just bought a $12.9 million property near Mar-a-Lago. Go figure. Didn't we talk about that today?
Everybody wants to be neighbors with their new powerful boy.
Yeah, getting all these Republicans. So he's got himself a new place. He bought a very nice home that he's going to tear down.
It happens so much.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy and heartbreaking to tear down a perfectly good house.
Well, they love the land, and they're going to do their own creation on
I
top
know.
of that.
It just breaks my heart. I wish they could move the house and then do something good with it.
Well,
like
couldn't you do that? Kind of like how they do with the Blue Anchor?
you can,
They
but
do, yeah.
it's cheaper just to knock it down.
They did that with a home in downtown West Palm Beach. I kind of saw it. I saw where they took it on a flatbread trailer and then they dropped it into the Flamingo neighborhood in West Palm Beach.
They
and then
had to.
And then they built around it.
They had to because it was a historical preservation site.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive to move a house like that.
I would love to know the success ratio when you take a house and then completely uproot it and then move it to a new piece of property. Is it 90% stay intact? Is it 100%? Is it 50%?
100%. Yeah.
Whatever breaks, they
Wow.
can repair.
Yeah, so what they do, you get a massive tax break. I was talking to a guy that had done this. They had part of a structure that was on their property, and it was old. And if they kept that part of it, he got a massive tax break. So he just built around it. Yeah, you fortify it and all that, and it just then becomes part of your new fancy home. Couldn't even tell the difference. But he got a massive tax break because of it.
Wow.
And I think that's why they did that move with that old house from downtown West Palm Beach to move it to that other neighborhood. Probably got a massive tax break by doing that.
I would love to take my old house from Lake Park when I was a kid and move it to a piece of, on top of my new house, but that would probably.
What?
Yeah, I've been drinking. It's a stupid idea. As soon as I started talking about it, I'm like, yeah, Denny should edit this out.
If only you could edit in real time.
I know, right?
Steve Wynn is worth $3.7 billion.
Whoa.
Now, I know it's nothing to sneeze at, but if you're a casino magnate, wouldn't you think you might have more? Or is that right on?
I don't know.
$3.7 billion's good.
It's a lot to me,
Yeah,
man.
So another billionaire added to it, but yeah, he's done all right. And then did you see Sly Stallone? Apparently he's got his neighbors all upset with him on Palm Beach
Why?
because he is constructing an underwater seaweed barrier that he's saying is for the ecology of the property, but people are saying he's just trying to keep out looky-loos from taking their boats near his $35 million Palm Beach home.
He's probably so sick of people driving by in their boats. Yo, Adrian!
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Yeah.
I get it because I drive by Tiger Woods' property all the time and yell things.
Yeah, no, I can see that. No,
He's got massive bushes and he's got cameras, but we still yell.
I don't think anyone's surprised listening to that.
No. And we were talking a bit, too, about the political affiliations on the regular show that you can see from this new service that you can get when you're looking for a home to say, okay, am I moving into a red or blue neighborhood? Jeff had said, yeah, there was a mailing that actually went out that showed the last results of our neighborhood voting and political affiliation, but not who they voted for. So it is already out. So
What's that website again?
it wasn't a website. It was an
App.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thing? I want to look it up.
I don't know.
Hey,
I
it's
don't
called
remember.
hateyourneighbor.com.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got a name, but I don't remember what it is. Let me see. Something else, too. Did you know that Mike Tyson had a house in South Florida? I knew he was here a lot, but I didn't know he had a house. I think he lives in Boca.
I didn't know.
Currently.
Yeah.
He's still down here.
I think so, yeah, because I think his daughter is a serious tennis player, and she trains in Boca.
Huh.
And I did not know that. But you might, because I guess Netflix is going to be doing a documentary series on him that is going to talk about his in-ring success, personal struggles, incarceration, redemption, and offering a look at his current life. So you might be able to see that Boca home and what's going on.
Haven't they done that already? With
On
him?
Mike Tyson?
I thought he had a whole series on HBO. It was a while ago. But it was after all of him being in prison and all that. I think it had something to do with his pigeons he loved.
Yes, he does love pigeons.
I did see a segment on that.
I thought there was a whole thing on him.
Yeah, they might be ready to do it again. I guess he's done a few things.
No, you're right.
I mean, they just keep making these kind of things, right?
You ever see the news report? He's on one of those news morning shows where We're talking where you just put on channel 3 and there's no swearing. There's nothing crazy going on. And the guy brings up him, being going to some political thing and how that looks with him being a convicted rapist. And Tyson just fucking verbally lays him out. And this guy looks scared.
Oh, yeah.
He should.
Yes, he goes, you know what, you're a real piece of shit. This is on the air. So you're a fucking asshole. He's
Wow.
like, Mike, please don't swear. No, fuck you.
Really?
No, it's a great clip. And
amazing.
And Mike's got either his agent or his manager, and he's trying to smooth the whole thing over. This is all on live TV.
Wow. Okay.
It's a great clip.
Yeah. He's an entertaining dude. No doubt about it. Jennifer said, does anybody else do this too? I guess this might be a normal or no. When you see or hear the word Adrian, you scream it like in the movie? Adrian.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, especially if you grew up in that Rocky era like we did.
Rocky was huge, man.
It was
For
massive.
our time, it was huge.
It was definitely something that everybody talked about.
People say that really made Hulk Hogan's career.
Yeah, really
was
being in
Thunder-
that movie.
yeah.
Thunder Lips. Okay. Or if you hear somebody say, stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Okay.
Or Hammer Time.
Right. She thinks hammer time. Stop. Hammer time.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Stop. Hammer Time.
Both are at the same time period.
You're right.
Is there any other stops?
Stop in the name of love. But you hate the 50s.
That's a little old for us.
It's 50s, 60s doo-wop.
Yeah. Right.
Kevin don't like no doo-wop.
No.
Yeah, so that's interesting stuff. And she says, whenever I hear Gangnam Style, I want to start dancing in a circular motion, pretending that I'm using a lasso.
Yes.
Doing the boom boom Gangnam Style. That's my.
And then anytime
impression.
you hear In the Air Tonight, I think a lot of people wait for that drum beat, especially if you're driving, so you can do on your
Yeah,
on your-
that was in The Hangover where Mike Tyson punched him out, right?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
It's great.
I always play steering wheel drums. I don't know if you guys do. On your in your car.
It's a great drumming piece. They're doing a biography on Phil Collins. It'd be interesting to see, and I didn't realize that. I saw a preview for it, and these were people that are musicians, and they said Phil Collins, one of the best drummers around, and I didn't know he got that kind of credit. They said you can hear a song that he is playing drums on, and he had such a unique style. And I started thinking of it. I'm like, it is kind of unique. You do recognize. You think about In the Air. It's almost like it's kind of like an echo effect that he has somehow when he drums, and people are like, it's just such a unique style that it stands out, and it's so revolutionary.
The rumor was he could do some kind of thing other drummers couldn't do to give him a unique sound. Some
Yeah.
kind of special move or technique, kind of like Eddie Van Halen with the guitar. He had his own thing. And because he played a lot of soccer mom, soft rock kind of stuff, he does not get the shine he deserves. Keep in mind, he was in a full-on rock band when he started.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that was his play. And I can't wait to see that, and I will watch that when it's out about him. But he did a song with one of the two female singers in the group ABBA. It was a song called I Know There's Something Going On, and her name was Frida. And he played the drums on that. And it's almost like he did a drum roll every time he hit the drums. If you just pull that song up and listen to it, we'll get knocked off if I do it. But
Yeah.
and it has that sound, and I bet that's what it is. It's very unique, and you're right. It stands out. You're like, oh, I know that's Phil Collins drumming in that
It's
song.
something he does with his fingers. It's actually called fingers in the pudding.
Oh, okay.
Call back. I love it.
Okay.
But
That's what he's doing.
I kind of feel like modern day times he does not get the respect and shine he deserves.
Yeah.
And at one point he was, one of the kings of the mountain. He was doing all the big shit. He was doing Live Aid. He played in the UK. Then he flew to Philly in the same night to do both.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was a big time star.
Yeah, I remember his pop career, but I had never heard him mentioned until this documentary in the same categories. You always hear the John Bonhams and the Neil Peart from Rush and all that kind of stuff as being the greats. But
Gosh,
There's a story he did one time on a show called This American Life on it's like a podcast. Everybody should go listen to this interview that he did on This American Life, Phil Collins, because made me fall in love with him. He is such a likable guy. And when you hear him tell his stories and when you hear him he is a love.
I love Genesis slightly better, but I do like Phil Collins solo shit. I do. I mean, it's yacht rock. When he's in his heyday, when they're getting all of the shine, it's yacht rock. It really is.
Yeah, he's a South Florida guy too. At least was. I know he had his home in Miami.
He was, but then he had that tumultuous relationship with that lady that wouldn't leave. And he was trying to break up with her, and she was like demanding to stay in his home.
I think she was abusing him, actually.
I think she was abusing him. I think you're absolutely correct, because we heard from some inside sources that knew her in Miami and said that she was taking advantage of him.
Well, she also is hurting him through the press as well.
Yes.
I mean, saying some really nasty shit.
Very nasty.
And my oldest son, Colin, he went to high school with a guy that was in theater and loved music and all that. And he wanted to just be a performer. And he got together with Phil Collins' son, and they had formed a band. And Phil Collins' son was the drummer in the band. And they looked like getting ready to do a deal and all that stuff, about to make it. And then Phil struck up his deal with Genesis. And they're like, well, I can't drum anymore. I need you to do it. So the kid quit the band and went to go play for his dad. And he's like, he was so bummed.
He was on the precipice of greatness.
They were right there.
You think he was bummed? What do you think his partner felt like?
He was so excited. He's like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be in this band with Phil Collins' son. And the son came in, yeah, I got to go play for my dad.
Damn.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're called Genesis.
Yeah, right. What a gig to walk into, huh? He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that over playing small bars.
Wow.
Liza again in East Tennessee said, yeah, I just watched the finale for Yellowstone, and I have to say that was one of the best wrap-ups I've ever watched. I'm honestly impressed. It's oddly weird to have an ending to a show and not feel cheated. But I got to say that this may be one of the best endings to a solidly great series.
Oh, look at that.
She said, and I think I never healed from the way Game of Thrones did us. And yeah, well, thank you for that. That's great to hear. I'm still stockpiling people's reviews of the finale of Yellowstone to decide if I'm going to be watching it or not.
Man, I really hope when we get back in town in January, Kevin walks in with a pleather jacket. Sons of Anarchy, bitches.
Yeah. And she said, I'm not sure if it's been mentioned before, but Taylor Sheridan, the guy who's written all these scripts, he is the connection between these shows. He played Officer Hale in Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
And I think he is on this current season of Yellowstone, I think I've heard. So, yeah, that guy has done, I didn't realize just how many shows he's done. I don't know how he was spitting them all out, because he was writing all these spin-offs for Yellowstone, and I think he was responsible for a couple other shows that I had heard.
I heard he used AI.
Honestly, as many as he's doing, I was wondering.
AI. Shitty-ass ideas.
Yeah. This is something I saw today. Michael had said the Library of Congress National Film Registry has added some new movies. They have to be culturally historic and aesthetically pleasing. And this year, I think they added Beverly Hills Cop from 1984, Dirty Dancing from 87, No Country for Old Men 2007, The Social Network from 2010, and Spy Kids from 2001.
You guys ever see No Country for Old Men?
I love that movie.
The part in the little gas station with the old man.
So intense.
I love that scene so much.
Oh my gosh, it's so well done.
Yes, it is. Friendo.
And Michael said, I'm personally making it a goal to try to watch one a week. There's 900 in there. And he said, I'm doing it because I miss Suits.
Aww.
I love it.
We all miss Suits. I texted him to see if he can come on the show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And hopefully he will come on and sing Christmas Shoes. He was a little worried because he wasn't sure that he was going to be able to match up with the music. And so my suggestion was just sing it a cappella.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because if we play the music here and he's trying to listen to it in the phone and he was worried about the delay, I'm like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, he's still got that radio animal living inside of him.
He could nail it a cappella. He don't need that fucking music.
No, look, a little variety.
He's sung it enough that he doesn't need the music.
Kevin and Denny sang it yesterday. That was fun.
That's right, we did, yeah.
That's
That
on
was
our-
so cute.
That's on our KVJ YouTube shorts.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a nice positive reaction too. The people there at the racetrack, they were lovely. They're drinking it in.
The people who were shopping didn't like it.
No, they did not.
They were like, "What's going on?"
Well,
did
people
not
are all
care for it.
squirrely these days. We came in we rolled in hot.
There was one older lady, and she was just kind of, I ain't pissed actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pissed?
Yeah.
She didn't look happy.
Was it
And
the
I don't
one
know,
with-
maybe something else that pissed her off?
Was that one that had like every other tooth?
No.
It was the other one.
I don't know.
No, we're not trying to.
Well,
We're not trying to bury anybody's looks here.
I didn't notice any. People definitely
there was definitely a girl that had every other tooth.
Okay.
I hope it wasn't her that had something to say, because I got something to say.
Well, it was. Everyone's nice. Stop it.
Don't tell me how to fucking live my life.
Well, stop making fun of people that don't have teeth.
Well, then they shouldn't come for us.
They didn't.
They didn't.
You fucking weirdo.
How'd they come for us? They were just there shopping.
You said they didn't like it.
No. He said there was a woman there who did not like it. And
Yeah.
then you go, was it that one with no fucking teeth? And then we're like, no, because I'm coming for her. Like, no. You maniac.
Sorry, it's the menopause.
Also, joining us tomorrow on the After the Show, we're going to have an appearance from your psychic medium, Virginia.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeff Rogers?
Yep.
I like it.
You didn't know about this?
I didn't know about it. I bet you he did, though.
He did.
He could probably
actually-
see it coming.
He did. Yeah.
He told me he'd be available to come on if we ever wanted him. And so, yeah, if you want him, I love it.
Yep. He sent me a text, so he's going to be here tomorrow. So we'll get to talk a little bit about his abilities and how they came on and what that's all about.
And as he's on the microphone, all of a sudden, this music's going to interrupt him talking. And then Vicky, my psychic's going to come in and go, here we go, bitch. Psychic one-on-one.
It'd be amazing. I've always wanted to do a psychic off. I really have.
If it's a good energy and she is bringing positive vibes, he would do it.
Oh, you know, she's
But
great.
He won't do like a competition
No,
where
no.
it would be like head-to-head battle of psychics. Like he's way too sweet to do anything like competitive or anything like that.
She's not at all like that. No, she's all about being
He'd probably
cool.
love that.
Yeah,
then.
no, it's all about collaboration.
I love that. He loves that.
Elizabeth said, Jaybird, you really need to watch a documentary on HBO called Chimp Crazy.
People keep telling me this.
Okay.
My boy Bigfoot, my kidney brother, said it's awesome.
Okay. Chimp Crazy
Huh.
on HBO.
I wonder if is it real chimps?
What is it about? Like, do they just like follow chimps around like a reality show?
He didn't tell me because we were texting, but he said you're gonna love this. I didn't really push him on what it was about, but yeah, I keep seeing it up on the HBO thing. I'll check it out. I'll give a shit. You don't think I'll do it?
Do it, baby. Do it. And Jennifer said, the dirt ? I don't know who she is, but damn. An OnlyFans model, Scarlett Voss, VAS, is pregnant with her stepbrother's baby. Yes, okay. I did see that. There's a couple stories that I have just, I don't
know who those
savory.
people are.
I don't either.
No.
Pornhub's probably all over it.
Yeah.
Look, OnlyFans models aren't on my radar just because they're OnlyFans models. They have to be like something else to be on the radar.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of where my status is. And there's a couple of these stories that I don't like. They had that story this week of the girl that slept with 100 guys in one day.
I mean,
and then she's
what?
and then she's crying about it, and then she's going to go for 300 guys on her way to try to
What do we do?
screw 1,000 guys. I'm like, what?
What
the
are you
fuck
doing?
are we
Yeah,
doing?
I'm like, I can't. Yeah.
She had to take breaks to keep icing her vagina down, and
Yeah,
then
it's just-
like she
yeah.
did it willingly. So like, I don't
can't-
feel bad for you.
Can't be a part of making this person famous.
No, I
Yeah.
refuse to be a part of that because that just feels so dirty and wrong.
Yeah,
No,
that's a real sexy. That's what everyone wants to hear. Hold on, let me take a break so I can ice it down. No.
On that one. There was something interesting too. You guys watching the Mega Millions at all? You know, Virginia just wins every jackpot, so you might want to get on this.
No shit. What do we drink? What do we eat? Tell us.
Seeing some numbers.
Oh, you need to do the numbers now.
Yeah, they have a jackpot now for the drawing on Friday. It's going to be $825 million.
Whoa.
The lump sum payout's going to be $382 million. But listen to this. Last night, I guess this is why we didn't have a winner in the Mega Millions. Here are the winning numbers. 56. Then it went 66.
Whoa, high numbers.
67. 68. 69.
Ow, 69.
Are they pulling these numbers on purpose? Because these are the exact numbers that nobody has picked.
What are
Every other number combination has been picked.
I mean, what are the mathematical odds of pulling 4 sequential numbers in the high 60s?
It's low.
It's low.
Extremely low.
And this is what makes me think the lottery is rigged.
Oh, and let me guess, there's no drones flying around.
Because there's a way for them to tell every number combination that's been picked. And there's a way for them to see what hasn't been picked based on elimination. So are they just doing this to build the jackpot, to build hype, and then they pick the numbers randomly when they are ready right before Christmas?
I mean, we really do live in probably the height of hype. Everything's hype.
Yeah, it is. Well,
everything is accessible to be fucked with by humans.
you know what I think it is now? I think that we are so used to shock and awe that if we don't have it, we don't feel alive. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
You're right.
And I think we've gotten numb a bit, too, to where we're so addicted to the shock and the crazy. I remember...
We are. I think it does. You talk about the endorphin rush. I think when we see a headline or a story that makes you go, oh my gosh, it does so. We have an endorphin rush and we're addicted to it, but then we move on 10 minutes later and we want something else, but it's like we continually need that life, earth-shaking type thing. And you know what? People keep feeding it to us by manufacturing hype.
And the more you do it, and then you just keep moving on with your day, and you keep going back to those kind of things you're talking, subconsciously it starts to shape a culture.
Every day you want what is going to be the big boom today. The thing is going to shock me from my foundation and give me that rush and be like, oh, wow, I feel alive.
Well, there are people online addicted to trying to take people down, whether no matter what the situation is, whether it's a business or it becomes a frenzy, and they are to the hunt and the game. They love it. Living some weird times.
Yeah. It's crazy. Somebody said that those 4 numbers sequentially would be the exact same odds. So it's not like special odds. It's just how it goes.
But it feels like no one picked those. Color all the little boxes in right next to each other.
Wouldn't you feel like you've got a definite loser if you're filling out your numbers? Be like, I'm going to go 67, 68. I think I'll go then 69.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be like, what are you doing, man?
You came in with, we all pulled together and you came with that kind of bullshit. What the shit is this, Virginia?
Don't pick these numbers.
3 in the 60s?
Bullshit ain't coming up.
Right.
Yeah. That's what makes me think it's rigged.
Who knows? Well, we'll see what happens, how high it gets. But it feels like almost annually now we hit $1 billion on one of those jackpots.
And think about how many people give lotto tickets as Christmas gifts, and what a great story it is to buy, to get it all hyped up right before people
what are the
gonna.
Odds?
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Right, a week before Christmas.
I don't trust them.
Would you really be so shocked if you found out, humans and money in a contest was rigged?
Nope.
I will be more surprised if somebody wins it this Friday, because if it doesn't, and then it rolls over, right now the Mega Millions at $825 million. It's going to be pressing on $1 billion. And you're right, Virginia. That's a really good thought. How many people are going to buy Mega Million stocking stuffers for an almost $1 billion jackpot that would be hitting after Christmas?
You're right. Someone's going to win on the 26th.
You're right. They know what they're doing.
Because they do it, I assume, it was last night, Tuesday. So Tuesday and Fridays, I guess it would be. So it would have to miss Friday, miss Tuesday. I think that would be ideal to work out for Christmas.
Well, you can't be a dipshit in being in charge of all that money. And, anybody could win. I'm with you a little bit. Sometimes I do look at it quite with a little sus.
It's so much money, guys. Do you really think that the people handling that much money are totally on the up and up?
I'm not saying every round is, but in the history of the lottery, you mean to tell me there hasn't been a few little tricks and stunts?
I wonder how much prison time you would do if you were, and it was proven that you have fixed the lottery. That has to be a federal offense.
Yeah.
You're talking about cross-state, all this kind of stuff.
And
If
a
somebody
shit-
on the inside doing that, I would imagine they would spend a long time in prison.
And yeah, shit ton of money. I think you're going to the clink.
Yeah. So there you go. Interesting
People have gone
thoughts.
to the clink for way less.
True. Absolutely. All right. Well, we have got a busy day tomorrow. Virginia's last of the year. And then she got to go get her jowls removed.
My little meat nugget.
Yeah.
Nothing says Christmas like a little jowl movement.
Yeah. So
You want
it's,
to kiss it goodbye? Come kiss it.
You talking to Kevin?
No, I'm talking to you. Come kiss it.
Kevin, please on the podcast.
All right. Big Thursday for you tomorrow. We'll see you back here then. Goodbye.